Why talking too much is killing your dreams, and what to do instead. When words steal your power. Many people believe talking is power. They believe sharing is strength. They believe explaining makes them confident. But the truth is very different. Talking too much is not helping your dreams. It is slowly killing them. This does not happen in one day. It happens quietly. It happens slowly. And most people never notice it. Every time you talk too much about your plans, every time you explain your goals, every time you share your dreams with the wrong people, you lose something important. You lose energy. You lose focus. You lose inner power. Dreams need silence, just like seeds need darkness. 1. Why people talk too much about their dreams. People talk because they feel excited. They talk because they want support. They talk because they want approval. This is very human. This is very normal. When you have a dream, it feels alive inside you. It feels warm. It feels powerful. You want to share it. You want someone to say, "That's amazing." You want someone to say, "I believe in you." So you talk. You explain. You announce. You say things like, "I'm going to change my life." "I'm starting something new." "I will become successful." For a moment, it feels good. You feel proud. You feel motivated. But that feeling is dangerous because your brain does not know the difference between talking and doing. 2. The brain's hidden trap. When you talk about your dream, your brain gives you a small reward. It feels like progress. It feels like success. But nothing has changed. You did not work. You did not struggle. You did not grow. Yet your brain thinks you did. This is the trap. The motivation that should push you to act is now used by talking. Your energy leaks through words. This is why many people talk about the same dream for years. They repeat the same story. They repeat the same goals, but nothing moves. Talking becomes the action. The dream slowly becomes weaker. Not because it is impossible, but because it is never protected. 3. Dreams are fragile at the beginning. A dream is not strong when it is new. It is sensitive. It is unsure. It needs protection. Think of a small seed. If you take it out of the ground every day, if you show it to everyone, if people step on it, it will never grow. Dreams work the same way. When you talk too much, you expose your dream too early. You allow opinions to touch it. You allow doubt to enter. And doubt is powerful. One sentence can destroy weeks of belief. 4. The wrong people hear your dreams. Not everyone wants you to succeed. This is a hard truth, but it is a real one. Some people feel uncomfortable when you grow. Some people feel small when you aim high. Some people smile, but inside they hope you fail. When you talk too much, these people gain access to your inner world. They may say, "Be realistic. That's too risky. Are you sure you can do that?" Their words may sound simple, but they plant seeds. Seeds of fear, seeds of doubt, seeds of hesitation. Soon your own voice becomes quieter. Their voices become louder, and slowly you stop believing. 5. Silence protects your belief. Belief is fragile at the start. It needs space. It needs quiet. When you stay silent, your belief grows stronger. You listen to yourself. You hear your real thoughts. You understand your true reasons. Silence gives you clarity. When you talk less, your inner voice becomes louder. You stop reacting. You start choosing. This is where strength begins. 6. Talking too much makes you predictable. When you explain everything, people can read you. They know your plans. They know your fears. They know your next move. This gives them power over you. A person who talks too much is easy to influence, easy to distract, easy to slow down. But a quiet person is different. Quiet people observe. Quiet people listen. Quiet people move carefully. They are harder to stop. 7. Silence is not weakness. Many people fear silence. They think silence means insecurity. They think silence means fear. But silence is control. Silence means you do not need to prove anything. Silence means you trust yourself. Strong people do not explain every decision. Confident people do not announce every move. They act, they build, they improve. And when they speak, their words have weight. 8. Why explaining yourself drains energy. Every explanation costs energy. Every defense costs focus. Every justification takes strength. When you explain your life to everyone, you become tired, not physically, but mentally. Your mind becomes busy with words instead of actions. Your attention moves outward instead of inward. Silence brings that energy back. When you stop explaining, you save power. When you save power, you grow faster. 9. The illusion of being busy. Talking creates the feeling of movement, but it is often an illusion. You feel busy, you feel involved, you feel productive, but real progress is quiet. Real progress happens when no one is watching, when no one is clapping, when no one knows. This is the work that changes lives. 10. The first rule of silent growth. Do not announce your next move. Not because you are afraid, but because you are wise. Let your actions stay private. Let your effort stay hidden. This is how focus is protected. This is how momentum is built. 11. A simple question to ask yourself. Before you speak, ask yourself, does this need to be shared? Will this help my future? Will this protect my peace? If the answer is no, choose silence. Silence is not empty. Silence is preparation. 12. What this part teaches you. Talking too much feels safe, but silence builds strength. Talking feels social, but silence builds discipline. Talking gives quick comfort, but silence creates real change. Your dreams do not need noise. They need protection. They need focus. They need quiet work. Part 2. How silence builds confidence, respect, and power. Silence does more than protect your dreams. It changes how the world sees you. When you speak less, people notice more. When you explain less, your presence grows. This is not magic. This is psychology. 1. How people treat you when you talk less. People listen differently to quiet people. When someone talks all the time, their words lose weight. Nothing feels special. Nothing feels important. But when someone speaks rarely, every word matters. People lean in. People pay attention. People remember. Silence creates value. 2. Quiet confidence is real confidence. Loud confidence often hides fear. It needs attention. It needs agreement. Quiet confidence is different. Quiet confidence does not ask for approval. It does not seek permission. It does not explain itself. It stands, it moves, it acts. People feel it without being told. 3. Why silence makes you look stronger. When you stop explaining yourself, something changes. You no longer look unsure. You no longer look defensive. You no longer look desperate to be understood. Instead, you look calm. You look centered. You look stable. People trust stability. They respect it. 4. Silence removes the need to prove yourself. Many people talk because they want to be seen. They want to be recognized. They want to be validated. This creates pressure. When you stop talking, that pressure disappears. You no longer perform. You no longer compete for attention. You no longer explain your worth. You simply live. 5. Actions become your language. When you talk less, your actions speak louder. People stop listening to your promises. They start watching your behavior. And behavior is harder to fake. Results become visible. Progress becomes obvious. Silence shifts attention from words to reality.
6. Why silence creates respect. Respect grows from mystery. When people know everything about you, curiosity dies. When nothing is hidden, nothing feels special. But when you reveal less, people wonder. They wonder what you are thinking. They wonder what you are building. They wonder how you stay so calm. Curiosity leads to respect. 7. The power of being unreadable. When you talk too much, people can predict you. They know your emotions. They know your reactions. This makes you easy to control. Silence changes that. When people cannot read you, they cannot manipulate you. They cannot use your words against you. They cannot easily slow you down. Uncertainty is power. 8. Silence strengthens emotional control. Emotions are strong. They rise fast. They push you to react. Talking immediately gives emotions control. Silence takes that control back. When you pause, you choose. When you stay quiet, you think. This creates emotional discipline, and discipline creates strength. 9. Not every emotion needs a voice. Pain does not need an audience. Anger does not need applause. Sadness does not need attention. Some emotions heal faster in privacy. When you share too quickly, you expose yourself. When you stay quiet, you protect yourself. Healing becomes deeper, stronger. 10. Choosing who deserves access. Not everyone deserves your story. Not everyone deserves your feelings. Some people listen to judge. Some people listen to gossip. Some people listen to feel superior. Silence filters these people out. Only those who earn trust should enter your inner world. 11. Why silence makes you look mature. Maturity is not loud. Maturity is calm. A mature person does not react to everything. They do not explain everything. They do not defend every choice. They choose when to speak. That choice is power. 12. The freedom of saying less. Talking creates obligations. Explanations create expectations. Silence creates freedom. When no one knows your plans, no one pressures you. When no one hears your goals, no one judges your speed. You move at your own pace. 13. Silence guards your attention. Focus dies in conversation. Every explanation breaks concentration. Every discussion invites distraction. Silence guards your attention. Your mind stays clean. Your direction stays clear. This is how progress accelerates. 14. Quiet people are often misunderstood. Some people will say you are distant. Some will say you are cold. This is okay. Being misunderstood is better than being controlled. Silence is not about pleasing others. It is about protecting yourself. 15. Confidence grows in quiet moments. Confidence is built alone. It is built when no one is watching. It is built when no one is cheering. It grows through effort, through patience, through repetition. Talking cannot replace this. Only silence allows it.
16. Silence makes your presence strong. When you walk into a room quietly, people notice. When you speak calmly, people listen. Your energy becomes heavy. Your presence becomes solid. You no longer chase attention. Attention comes to you. 17. The shift that changes everything. The moment you stop explaining your life, the moment you stop defending your choices, the moment you stop announcing your plans, your power returns. You feel it. Others feel it too. Part 3. How silence protects energy and leads to real success. Silence is not the end. Silence is the beginning. When you stop talking, you start building. 1. Silence saves your energy. Talking costs energy. Explaining costs energy. Defending costs energy. Every word takes something from you. Silence gives it back. Your mind becomes calm. Your body relaxes. Your focus sharpens. Energy returns. 2. Energy is more valuable than motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Energy stays when protected. When you talk less, you leak less energy. When you explain less, you stay strong longer. This is why quiet people last. They do not burn out. They do not collapse. They endure. 3. Silence builds inner stability. Stability means you are not shaken by noise, not by opinions, not by reactions. Silence creates this stability. You stop reacting. You start choosing. This is mental strength. 4. Why successful people share late. Many successful people were silent for years. You just did not see them. They worked in the dark. They failed in private. They learned quietly. Then one day, success appeared. People think it was sudden. It was not. Silence hid the process. 5. Protecting your dreams from damage. Dreams are fragile in the beginning. They need space. They need protection. When you talk too early, doubt enters. When you stay quiet, belief grows. Silence is a shield. 6. Let results speak first. Words invite judgment. Results invite respect. When results come first, explanations are not needed. When results speak, doubt disappears. Silence makes this possible. 7. The strength of private progress. Private progress is powerful. No pressure, no comparison, no timelines from others. You grow at your own speed. This creates real confidence. 8. Silence reduces fear of failure. Fear grows in public. When everyone knows your goal, failure feels dangerous. When no one knows, failure feels safe. Silence gives you room to fail, and failing safely leads to mastery. 9. Learning happens in quiet. Learning needs silence. Focus needs silence.
Deep work needs silence. Noise breaks thinking. Silence allows growth.
10. Stop announcing. Start becoming. Announcing feels like progress, but it is not. Becoming is quiet. Becoming is slow. Silence keeps you honest. 11. The difference between attention and respect. Attention is loud. Respect is quiet. Attention fades fast. Respect lasts long. Silence builds respect. 12. When silence feels uncomfortable. At first, silence feels strange. You may feel invisible. This is normal. Your ego wants reaction. Your ego wants validation. Do not give in. Growth happens here. 13. Silence separates you from the crowd. The crowd talks. The crowd reacts. Leaders observe. Builders focus. Silence separates builders from talkers. 14. Winning quietly is real winning. Real success does not need announcement. It shows in your life, in your habits, in your calm. Silence carries confidence without noise. 15. Peace is a form of power. Peace is not weakness. Peace is control. Silence creates peace, and peace allows clear decisions. 16. Silence makes you hard to stop. When no one knows your plan, no one can block it. When no one knows your moves, no one can interfere. Silence keeps momentum alive. 17. Speak only when it adds value. Silence does not mean never speaking. It means choosing. Speak when your words build. Speak when your words heal. Speak when your words lead. Otherwise, stay silent. Final shift. Stop explaining your path. Stop defending your silence. Stop proving your worth. Let your life answer for you. Final closing. Talking too much steals your power. Silence gives it back. Dreams grow in quiet. Strength grows in focus. Success grows in patience. Stay quiet. Stay consistent. Stay unstoppable.
If this message hit you, then don't just watch and leave. Like this video, share it to someone who needs this wake up, and subscribe to this channel. Study yourself 1 hour a day. We are building a different breed here, a new generation of doers, people who don't wait for permission, people who build themselves daily, people who compound quietly and become untouchable over time. Hit subscribe, join the movement. 1 hour a day, every day. And in 1 year, your future self will not recognize you anymore. Let's grow. Let's execute. Let's dominate our own potential. Subscribe now and start becoming the person nobody can compete with.